same time it was letting thousands of us go, Enron paid a select $500 to not get laid off, in exchange for agreeing to stay on during the bankruptcy.
Hey all, if you have not heard of it, the Enron scandal was revealed on October 2001, was one of the largest accounting scandals in the world. And this incident eventually leads to a bankruptcy of the Enron Corporation, which is one of the most profitable energy company in America, and the dissolution of Arthur Andersen, which is one of the big 5 audit and accounting firms in the world, and the enactment of the 70s Oxley Act in 2002.
Hi guys, I'm Zara. So now I will first introduce to you what is all about the Enron. Enron was first founded in 1985 by Kenneth Lay in the merger of 2 natural gas transmission companies. One of it was the Houston Natural Gas Corporation, while the other one was in the north. It was then in the year of 1986, the company renamed to Enron. After that, in the year of 1990, Jeffrey Skilling, who was initially a consultant from McKinsey, joined as Enron's COO. He successfully transformed Enron into a trader of energy derivative contracts, acting as an intermediary between natural gas producer and their customer, also known as the Bank of Natural Gas. Under the leadership of Skilling, Enron soon dominated the market for natural gas contracts, and the company started to generate huge profits on its trades. Enron was praised for its innovative business model. The company was named America's most innovative company by Fortune magazine every year between 1996 and 2001. One of Skilling's early contributions was the transition of Enron's accounting from a traditional historical cost accounting method to mark-to-market (MTM) accounting method, which received SEC approval in 1992. With this accounting method, he can adjust the value of an asset on the balance sheet from its historical cost up to the fair market value, and capture that difference as a gain or revenue. So it allows him, for example, when he built the power plant, he can look at the value of the power plant today when you build it, and then looks at its future revenue and then adjust the value of the plant based on the cash flow that it is expected to generate, allowing him to capture the projected revenue from that plant as a revenue of today. This manipulation has pushed Enron shares from $10 in 1990 to $90 in 2000.
When the recession hit in year 2000, Enron faced a financial loss in several investments, such as partnership with Blockbuster to enter VOD market and their project on building a high-speed broadband telecom network which spent over hundreds of millions. In addition, they are losing money in their investment of natural gas power plant in India. Under the situation, CEO Jeffrey Skilling decided to hide the financial losses of the trading business and other operations of the company using mark-to-market accounting to make the company appear more profitable than it really was. Andrew Fastow, who is Enron's CFO,
Fastow.
developed a special purpose entity (SPE) to hide Enron debt and toxic assets from the investor and creditors. Fastow used the SEP to borrow large sums of money, and this money was used to balance Enron overvalued contracts. Thus, the SPE enabled Enron to convert loans and assets into income. However, the debt and assets purchased by SPE were not reported on Enron's financial report. The shareholders were misled that the debt was not increasing and the revenue was even increasing. The severity of the situation became apparent in mid-2001 as a number of analysts began to dig into the detail of Enron's financial statement. An internal investigation was initiated following a memorandum from a company vice president, and soon the Securities and Exchange Commission (SEC) was investigating the transaction between Enron and Fastow SPEs. As the detail of the accounting fraud emerged, the stock price of the company plumped from a high of $90 per share in the mid-2000 to less than $1 by the end of November 2001.
All right, y'all, listen up. This is to notify you that, as of right now, you're all laid off. And you have 30 minutes to clear out. So, bye-bye.
In the end, many of Enron executives were charged for insider trading, security fraud, and conspiracy. Former CEO Kenneth Lay was convicted of 6 counts of fraud and conspiracy and 4 counts of bank fraud, but he died of a heart attack before he could be sentenced. Jeffrey Skilling was convicted of insider trading, fraud, and conspiracy, and finally released from prison in year 2019. Arthur Andersen, as an auditor but also as a consultant to Enron, has filled the roles of auditor responsibility for misstatement of Enron financial statement. After the incident, Arthur Andersen's reputation was heavily damaged and clients lost confidence in Arthur Andersen. It eventually dissolved and left the Big Four, which are KPMG, Deloitte, PwC, Ernst & Young. The other consequence of the fall of the Enron was the enactment of the Sarbanes-Oxley Act in year 2002. Basically, Sarbanes-Oxley Act states that every company has to have a framework of internal control. The purpose of the internal control is to ensure the integrity of its financial statement, and that management has to sign off on the integrity of the financial statement and on the effectiveness of its internal control. Sarbanes-Oxley also states that the auditor who sign off on the financial statement of the company not only sign off on the financial statement but also sign off on the effectiveness of the internal control of the company.
Many of the people might question that aren't a company supposedly to be profitable? The answer is yes, but at what moral cost? This can be explained further through the comment from the Sharon Watkins. Most of the successful companies are emphasized on the service or the product that delivered instead of making fraud. Obviously, the moral value or the lesson that can be learned from the case of the Enron scandal is the absolute power corrupt. It was extended into the personality of the leadership that run the company, who are lack of the ethical leaderships, moral compass, abusing the power ruthlessly, and just emphasize the profit at all above. In addition, the ethical law and the professional accounting standard are also significant to get rid of the loophole of the accounting standards. Leadership is involving the value, which including showing respect for their followers, being fair to other people, and build the community. The right employee and consumer alike can be attracted by the workplace that are practicing the ethic and the value. The more willing an organizations to practicing the ethical value, the more likely the company to thrive and success. They have some suggestions of the ethical practices that can be practiced in an organization. The first is to establish the ethical community that are constantly keep the company or the employee stay focused on the ethic and the moral responsibility. The second is the designing effective code of ethic and raising the awareness at all time. The third one is the ethic training for the employee at all levels of an organization. The lastly is the designing the effective ethic reporting system. Accountant and auditor also can play an important role in preventing the fraud happen. They should always practicing and enhance the ethical law and the professional accounting standard. There should be integrity, honestly, professional competence, objectively, and confidentially. Besides that, the company can also engage the external third party of the auditor firms, which is free from the management influences instead of using the internal auditor firm that are frequently used. This can help to prevent the conflict of interest and the corruption happens. A good corporate governance will not be achieved in the absence of the ethical corporate culture. The corporate governance can be improved and enhanced by moving the company to a more transparent and less prone to the scrutiny. This can be done by stepping down the executive level and bringing more the outside director, which can help to prevent the corruptions or abuse of power that occur in the organizations. Besides that, the company shall timely and accurately disclosure and transparency in related to the company financial report, performance, governance, and ownerships, as well as the annual audit reports that are conducted by the independent auditors.
It is normal you face ethical dilemma in the workplace, but it's important for you to have strong insight to know your value, your personal mission statement, and clear with the goals, not with the greedy intention. These are to help you know ahead of time how you will behave when you face ethical dilemma. Secondly, communicate with your manager. Management should be made aware of any area that you feel ethical questionable. It is better to use email to communicate because as you have a record as proof for your action, be sure to let your manager know the entire situation and how you feel about it. If a manager is behave unethically, you can send an email explaining your feeling and concern. Next, you can work with HR if necessary. Sometimes management does not take your concern seriously. If this is the case, go directly to HR. They shall let you know how to handle the situation. If the situation is not getting any better, know when to get out. If you believe a company is going to continue unethical behavior, find another company that you feel will uphold your ethical standard. There is nothing wrong with leaving a job because you believe that they are behaving unethically, and it can end up being good for you in the long run. If you are the top management of the company, the question for you is how to not become the next Enron. Strictly follow the 4 triangle theory to eliminate any side of the triangle. The possibility of the fraud will be likely to be removed. First, removing the opportunity of committing fraud by strengthening the internal control. Engage professionals to implement accounting policy and procedure to ensure the integrity of accounting and financial information. Second, evaluate the pressure and adjust the incentive for the employee. Are the financial metrics like the KPI have created the pressure for them to meet? In turn, may cause them to commit fraud to hit the goals. Keep an eye on the intention and adjust the expectation. Lastly, remove the rationalization by opening up the conversation with your employee. Cultivating good culture positively is very effective from preventing your company from becoming the next Enron. Thank you, Dr. Noriza, for this opportunity for us to present an ethical issue in accounting in this Enron scandal. We are from UTM AHIBS, Group 4 for course MBSA 1413 Session 02, Accounting for Business Decision Making. We have Zara, Chew Jie Yi, Joey Chee Lai Ju, Jason, Wong Shun, and me, Elliot Zhang. We hope you enjoy our presentation.
What is all about the Enron?
In the workplace.
Of the leadership, a leadership.
Hi guys, I'm Zara.
Hello! Hi!